A lot of things this case has stopped me from doing, traveling all across the world, making. So I just want to get it over with and, accept my guilty plea. I'm ready to get over with.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Just say a prayer for me. I just need prayer. I don't need nothing else.
Well, Charleston White was celebrating you taking the plea deal. I think he even said he hopes you die in jail and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard.
The biggest thing right now was that you actually accepted a plea deal for your federal gun case.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been fighting this thing from the very, very beginning?
I've been fighting for probably 3 years, man, probably.
3 years.
Boosie could be staring down a decade behind bars. And the first person to celebrate wasn't a critic, but Charleston White. The moment news of Boosie's federal gun charges hit the blogs, Charleston went live, grinning like he'd just hit the jackpot. Laughing on camera, he claimed he always knew Boosie would end up in prison, and admitted he'd been waiting for this exact moment. He even went as far as saying he wouldn't mind if Boosie never walked free again. Earlier this month, Boosie revealed he had agreed to a plea deal after years of exhausting legal battles. He explained that although the charges were once dropped, prosecutors came back in 2024 with a fresh indictment, this time with serious consequences, including a possible 10-year sentence. While Boosie shared emotional messages about trusting God and feeling drained by the system, Charleston took the opposite approach, mocking him online and metaphorically popping champagne. Their feud has now escalated to a bitter new level, with Charleston openly celebrating Boosie's downfall. Fans quickly noticed the contrast. One man worn down by a 3-year fight, the other enjoying every second of it.
She going to jail! Oh, going to jail! Oh, God! Oh, God is good. I keep telling y'all, street ain't got no God. God do not look out for street. Boosie really thought he wasn't going to jail for that pistol. I knew he was going. She going to jail. All that newborn baby. Won't get the Boosie, won't get to see that newborn baby till that baby be walking and talking. Boosie going to jail!
It began as a state case but was later taken over by federal prosecutors. A favorable Supreme Court ruling once led to the charges being dropped, giving fans hope that Boosie could finally focus on his music and family. However, the 2024 indictment changed everything. Facing renewed pressure, Boosie ultimately accepted a plea deal, admitting on social media that he had grown tired of fighting. Meanwhile, Charleston tried to pull other rappers into the conversation, but Boosie remained cautious, refusing to respond to anything that might worsen his situation. He stressed that speaking on certain people online could land him in prison, so he chose restraint. This time, Boosie sounded different, tired, humbled, and leaning on faith. Followers quickly noticed the shift. This wasn't the fiery, reactive Boosie known for online comebacks. It was someone coming to terms with the weight of a serious legal reality.
Pled guilty, and he's facing up to 15.
God answered my prayers.
Why?
Because I prayed for him to be found guilty. Y'all don't remember? Remember I prayed?
10 years isn't a small number, and Boosie's recent posts reflect the seriousness of what he may be facing. There is a noticeable weight in his words, a shift in tone that shows awareness of the consequences ahead. Despite continued support from fans who stand by him, Charleston White has remained highly vocal, consistently reacting online with a smirk and framing Boosie's legal situation as something he believes was always going to happen. For Charleston, this pattern is familiar. Whenever controversy, legal pressure, or public attention surrounds Boosie, he appears online almost immediately. It has become a predictable cycle, something fans have pointed out repeatedly. The moment news breaks, Charleston responds with commentary, jokes, or live reactions that often escalate the situation further rather than calm it down. At the same time, Boosie and those around him are fully aware that engaging with Charleston is not just an online decision. It can carry real-world consequences. In today's environment, especially when legal matters are involved, public statements can easily become part of a larger narrative. That is why Boosie has often chosen restraint. His silence is not seen as fear by those close to him, but as careful strategy. He understands that reacting emotionally could make an already difficult situation even worse. The origins of this feud trace back to 2022 during the controversy surrounding Kanye West and the White Lives Matter shirt. At that time, Boosie publicly criticized Kanye West, calling the message disrespectful and offensive to Black communities. His comments were part of a wider cultural discussion, but they unexpectedly drew Charleston White's attention. Instead of focusing on Kanye West, Charleston redirected his criticism toward Boosie. That decision marked the beginning of a long-running online feud that quickly became personal. What started as disagreement over public commentary turned into direct attacks and escalating hostility between the two. Over time, the situation became more personal and more intense. Charleston began making remarks that extended beyond Boosie himself and into his family life. He mentioned Boosie's children in a negative context, suggesting vulnerability, and even predicting that they would face legal trouble in the future. These comments crossed a line for many observers, turning what had once been internet debate into something more provocative and personal. Despite the growing tension, Boosie remained composed in public. In interviews and online statements, he explained that responding aggressively would not help his situation. With legal pressure already present, he understood that every reaction could potentially be used against him or further complicate his case. His approach was to stay disciplined, avoid unnecessary conflict, and focus on protecting his family. In his view, silence was not weakness, it was control. Charleston, however, continued escalating the situation. He consistently turned major moments in Boosie's life into content for his audience. Whether it was legal updates, personal struggles, or public setbacks, Charleston would react in real time, often mocking or exaggerating the situation for entertainment. His commentary became a running narrative that followed Boosie's circumstances closely. By early 2023, the feud had expanded beyond just the two individuals involved. Other online figures, including rappers and streamers, began to get pulled into the conflict. Clips and reactions spread across social media, turning what was once a personal dispute into a broader internet discussion. One streamer, known as Aiden Ross, claimed he refused to engage with Boosie on stream out of loyalty to Charleston White. That statement quickly circulated online and sparked debate about influence and alignment within online communities. Shortly after, DJ Vlad addressed the situation publicly, highlighting how Charleston's presence seemed to extend beyond commentary and into the behavior of other creators. The situation escalated further when Boosie's son, known as Tootie, became directly involved. He responded to Charleston's ongoing insults, which led to heated exchanges online. The tone shifted from commentary to confrontation, with both sides engaging more directly. Charleston reacted by going live and continuing to insult Boosie and his family, often referencing personal struggles and legal challenges. At one point, Charleston claimed he had reported Tootie to authorities. Not long after that, Tootie was arrested on gun-related charges. Charleston then publicly took credit for the situation, saying he had informed law enforcement. Whether accurate or not, this claim intensified the feud significantly and added a real-world dimension to what had already become a volatile online conflict. From that point on, the situation was no longer just internet drama. Arrests, legal pressure, and public accusations became part of the ongoing narrative. What began as commentary had turned into a cycle where online actions appeared to influence real-life outcomes, and vice versa. In 2024, the situation escalated again when Boosie was arrested in San Diego. Charleston immediately reacted online, turning the arrest into a public spectacle. He mocked the situation and compared Boosie to Daniel in the lion's den, framing it as a form of poetic or divine justice. His tone mixed humor, criticism, and provocation, making it difficult for viewers to fully interpret whether it was satire or genuine hostility. During this time, Boosie remained focused on stability and protecting his family. His public statements reflected exhaustion and caution rather than confrontation. He continued to avoid direct engagement, fully aware that the stakes had increased significantly. As the feud continued, more online personalities became involved. Younger streamers and emerging creators began referencing Charleston or aligning themselves with him, often as a way to gain visibility. The situation around figures like Aiden Ross highlighted how influence spreads quickly in digital spaces, especially when controversy is involved. Industry commentators, including DJ Vlad, pointed out that Charleston had effectively become a central figure in an ongoing cycle of online conflict. His consistent reactions, commentary, and provocations ensured that the feud never faded. Instead, it remained active, visible, and continuously evolving. Looking back, the entire situation consistently traces itself to the 2022 Kanye West controversy. From Boosie's initial criticism to Charleston's response, to the involvement of family members, arrests, and ongoing commentary, each stage built on the last. There was no clear stopping point, only escalation over time. By the time Boosie accepted a plea deal in 2024, Charleston treated it as validation. He went online celebrating and framing the outcome as confirmation of what he had been saying all along. His reaction was loud, confident, and consistent with his previous behavior. Boosie, however, described the decision in very different terms. He spoke about exhaustion, mental fatigue, and the strain of long legal battles. He leaned on faith and emphasized the need to step back from constant conflict. For him, the plea deal represented survival and relief rather than victory or defeat. Now, with the possibility of a significant prison sentence still looming depending on final outcomes, the situation remains unresolved. Charleston continues to comment and react, ensuring the story stays in circulation across social platforms. What remains is a long-running conflict shaped by reputation, legal pressure, and digital influence. It is no longer just about two individuals arguing online. It has become a sustained narrative that has affected families, careers, and legal outcomes over multiple years. For Boosie, this moment represents something larger than internet drama. It is a test of endurance, discipline, and resilience under pressure, facing an opponent who thrives on chaos and refuses to let the story fade quietly into the background.